Ashlyn Cleevely joining us from Campbell, the head coach of the girls basketball program, first year head coach. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. So our first question really is going to be what's it like to have this title when this job came open? What were some things that made you want to go after it and take it?
Well, I've been teaching at Campbell. This is my third year now. So I've been coaching volleyball at the middle school program for 2 years, and I see the success that program is having. And being a part of that, I wanted to change the basketball culture here, getting the girls to buy into the culture, being invested in it, and working hard and showing up every day and being accountable. So I was excited when it opened up. Starting from the ground essentially, but I'm excited for the future for sure.
We're seeing a lot of athletic programs at Campbell be rejuvenated. Volleyball the last couple of years, but this year especially having the best year they've ever had. Boys basketball is on a really big run right now. You see softball continuing to get
Right.
better
Right.
during the spring. What kind of things do you think you can do to try to get basketball in that same boat on the girls' side?
Well, like you said, I mean those programs have started to turn the corner, and that's great to see. So it just goes to show that we do have the athletes here. We do have the athletes in the school to do that. I mean, we're so small. It's hard, over the summer. These girls, if they did club volleyball or club softball, all these girls do different sports. So it's hard to get them in the school, like in the practice when they're doing all this stuff. But it's good that we have all these athletes. In order to turn the basketball program around, like right now, I think I have the right people in the gym. I think we're going on the right track currently. It's just every day coming in the gym, working hard, doing what we're supposed to, holding these girls accountable in more ways than one. And telling them like it's a process. This buy-in isn't going to happen overnight. I need them to buy into the future in a year from now, and 2 years from now, 3 years from now. The success, they won't see that currently, that right now, but it's growing.
Let's go through the roster and talk about the players that we're going to see on your team this year and who are some big names that we have to know before we head up to Campbell for a girls basketball game.
We are very young. We have three seniors, three sophomores, and six freshmen. But there were two returning starters. Diamond Sims, she's a senior. She's a kid that leads by example. She's the hardest working person I know. Whenever we're doing a drill, whenever we're doing a scrimmage, or whatever we're doing, she's giving 110% of herself into that. She's the biggest cheerleader. She's supporting the girls. She's definitely a good leader that I'm glad that she's on my team. Angelis Diaz, this is her second year playing, a returning letter winner, but only second year playing basketball. I mean, she's just an athlete. She's grown more confident and comfortable, especially like in these last two scrimmages that we've had. So watching her get better and better every day, it's been awesome. Angelisa Espada, she's my last senior, so three seniors. It's only her second year, I think, playing high school ball. She's very, very aggressive on defense. She isn't afraid to drive at anyone. I don't care if the girl's like 6 foot. She's taking it. The only being she's 5 foot, but she's aggressive. She's strong. Awesome to look. And then the younger ones, we have two sophomores that will get a lot of playing time this year. Amira Kamal and Mylisa Williams, and then the freshmen Rihanna Floyd Brown, Ariana Gonzalez, and Jaleska Diaz. These kids have, put in the work since day one. They've been there over the summer, putting in the work. They're buying into the program and what I'm trying to do here. So I'm glad, that they're being coachable like that.
When you were talking about those kids and their mentality, I saw you crack the smile every time you talked to how fearless one of them were. I mean, how much do you preach this aggressiveness and fearlessness that you want to see in this team, where they go up against anybody, no matter who it is? If like you said, if the girl's 6 foot, we're gonna drive right at her. What kind of mentality is that? Is that mirrored on your coaching?
Yeah, I mean, they have to have that dog mentality. We're not very tall. My tallest girl is probably 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. But we're going against teams like Crestview or Garfield. They have 6 foot girls, and it's like, I'm really, really trying to push defense this year. crazy defense. I want to speed it up on defense. They're just fearless. I want them to not be afraid of anything. Like if we can cause chaos on the defensive end, that can hopefully turn into easy points for us on the offensive end.
You brought up Crestview, but they're not the only great team in this conference. This
Yeah.
conference is just ridiculously good.
Yes. Yeah.
Crestview, Garfield, Brookfield, Liberty. I mean, just go down the list. Let's
Right.
talk about that conference and what you expect out of it in your first year coaching.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited that we're in this conference. I like the competitive conference. I'd rather, play teams that are at top of their game every single year, and that's what's expected of them. Like that's what I'm trying to get at my program here. So, Crestview and Garfield, yeah, I mean, I think they had 20 win. They had a 20 win season last year. Brookfield, Liberty, I think they had 15, 16, 17 wins. But I mean, I like playing. I'm excited to play these guys because that's the expectation. That's the culture that I'm trying to bring at Campbell. Like that's what I'm trying to build. So you got to play the best to be the best. So
That's it. That's it. And then you go outside the conference, and I know Camel has some rivalries that they like to play every year. Who are some teams outside of the MVAC that you're excited to go up against?
we're playing Lowville. That's our season opener, home opener. So I'm excited for that one. I think that's a great opportunity for our girls. They were pretty good last year. But yeah, I'm excited to play them. We play Sebring, Cheney, Heartland Christian. So I mean, good teams that I'm excited to see. Where we can grow and how we can progress.
One of the big things that you have to do if you're building a program and trying to, turn the corner, as you say, got to get that winning mentality. And you have some kids that are on the volleyball team or the softball team, or maybe even both, that are starting to see wins and starting to see themselves succeed. How much do you think that winning mentality can trickle into your basketball program, just succeeding in the other sports as well?
I mean, I think that's a big factor. You see, the volleyball team, the softball team, but the boys basketball team, them having this success. Parents, teachers, staff, everyone's coming out to support those kids and buying into the process of what they're doing. So, we had our first home scrimmage yesterday, and we had a couple of fans in there. So it's good to see the support to for the girls to see that that they have fans too, that this is the culture we're trying to do here. We're trying to be the best. So it's good that we've had the support from parents, staff, admin, so on and so forth.
You've had a couple of scrimmages. You have a handful of practices left before game one. What's on your checklist of things that you want to see accomplished before game one comes upon you?
Well, I already talked about the defense. I want us to fly all over the place on defense, be chaotic as possible, be loud, be strong. But for the offensive end, just to slow it down, be more fundamental in what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build. Just taking our time, taking what the defenses give us essentially, and hopefully that will lead to less turnovers. So.
What's going to be going through your mind game one? I mean, it'll be your first, varsity coaching experience. It becomes a reality. Game one, varsity head coach of a basketball team. What's that going to be like for you?
I'm going to be a nervous wreck, to be honest, but I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited to start. I feel like after the first game, after the first 2-3 games, I'll get into the hang of it and it'll be less stressful. But I'm excited to see what our girls can do. Like I said, we have 6 freshmen, 3 sophomores, so we're very, very young. So I'm excited to see how they're going to progress as the season goes and how far what they accomplish.
Every coach seems to have a different personality on the sidelines. Give us a little bit of preview what to expect if we come watch you coach at Campbell.
I'm very energetic. I am I would say, hands-on coach. I'm very, very close to the sidelines, talking to my girls, instructing them. I'm sure if you come, you'll hear me wherever you're recording. So.
Love it. I love it, Coach. One of the things that we always do with our coaches, we give them the chance to highlight their staff. Obviously, you've had to build your own staff in year one. That's a very important part of becoming the head coach. I want you to shine a light on the people that you have behind you helping you make this program what you want it to be.
Well, my assistant currently is JD John Childers. He was the varsity coach here the past 2 years. So it's been good to have him instruct me and help me, just first year head coach duties, jobs that I don't necessarily know, but he's a very vocal guy. He helps the girls, breaks down stuff whenever they don't see something, whenever they're not getting something. So he's he's awesome to have on staff. I have Marlene Lewis. She's my JV coach. She worked with the eighth graders last year, so she worked with my current freshmen. She was their coach in middle school. So it's good that she already has that development with that connection with the freshmen. So it's good to see her and get in there, and she already knows the kids and what they're like. So it's been good having her in my ear. At the middle school level, we have Maddie Sugar and Andrew Sugar. Maddie was a player here, so she knows what to expect. She knows what to bring. She knows that we're trying to change the culture and how we're going to do that. So the coaches are bought in. Everyone's bought in on our end. So the staff has been very, very great.
I love hearing the former player coming right back to coach. I mean, it didn't take long to Maddie to get back in the gym and put on that coaching hat. And who knows, maybe in 5-10 years we talk about her being a coach somewhere, and we'll do a coach's corner with Maddie Sugar. Coach, when you were putting together that staff, you have Coach Childers. They both of your coaches were with this program, 8th grade, and then obviously the varsity coach from last year. What kind of blessing is that to have people that you don't have to teach them what you have. You don't have to tell them anything about the girls. They already know exactly what they have, what their skill sets are. What's that kind of a blessing like for you to have those kind of people behind you?
Yeah, I mean, at Campbell, I didn't, I don't know a lot of the kids or most of the kids at the high school because I teach at the STEM school. So it's been nice to have Childers, have Marlene say, this is this girl, this is her strength, this is her weakness, this is what we have to do. So they already have an outline of, who the kids are, what they're like, what their strengths are. So it's been good to have them in my ear to tell them, to tell me, to get more familiar with the girls right off the bat. So there wasn't that unfamiliarity, at the beginning.
Coach, before we let you go, one of the things that we're asking all of our coaches this year is about the love of the sport of basketball. Obviously, you coach because you love it. We come to all the games and broadcast because you love it, and your players play because they love it. So when you think about your love for the sport, when did it come from? When did it kind of spark in you? What are some of your early memories of the sport of basketball?
What probably made me love basketball was probably YMCA, the league when I was little. Every Saturday morning, waking up with my friend, we would go together, play, at the league. It was fun. I mean, that's what probably made it, was playing with my friends. Being with my friends probably made it for me. But just I love everything about basketball. The contact. I like being right up in front of somebody's face and getting in their grill and lockdown defense. Everything about basketball, really. Just love it.
I can't wait to see that up in your face defense from Campbell. I think the athletes that you have will really shine in that kind of defense mentality. Coach, we wish you the best of luck this year. We will be out there for sure covering you guys, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
All right. Thank you so much.